Welcome back to Our World with Black Enterprise. You could say Orlando Ashford is cruising through life as a high-level corporate executive, and it's all smooth sailing. Chief Content Officer Derek Dingle explains.
As the president of Holland America, Orlando Ashford is one of BE's most powerful executives in corporate America, shepherding more than 850,000 passengers a year through 400 ports in 120 cities. But his current challenge, enticing a new generation to come aboard.
The great thing about Holland America is one of those brands that's sticky. It's the reason we've been around for 144, soon to be 145 years. And as we get the word out about cruising and what a great vacation value it is, and just simply what a great vacation it is we're seeing different people start to come into the cruise industry. So Holland America Line has been taking guests to Alaska for now over 70 years. And the best way to see Alaska is on a cruise ship. The experience is so wonderful that people come back and say, wow, I had a great trip to Alaska. But that cruise thing is actually pretty good, so now I want to look at some of these other locations and continue my experience.
So what's the cruise experience that you had that was most exciting, most engaging?
We cruised to Ephesus in Turkey, and I got to do a presentation or a speech to the couple thousand guests that were seated in the amphitheater. And the area where I was talking from was the very spot where Paul used to preach. And so it's one of those what I call your mama moments and say, hey mama, look, I'm sitting here, I'm about to give a speech where Paul used to preach.
It's not a career opportunity Ashford ever anticipated. His background is in human resources, serving as a vice president for Coca-Cola and Motorola. But he knows why he was chosen for the top spot.
You have to be learning agile as an individual and create an environment where you can tap into the collective intelligence or the collective genius of a group and create that flexibility so that as things change, as things move, that the organization can adapt.
And that's been the basis of your book, Talentism. You know, looking at the new human ecosystem, the need for greater reskilling, the need to have a global focus.
Absolutely.
A technology orientation. You know, how does that focus on talentism impact what you do at Holland America?
In today's world, over 220 million people are looking for work, yet 34% of companies are saying that they can't find talent. So there's something wrong there. So the way we filter talent or decide what is talent is inefficient. We need to figure out how to make that more efficient. In my business, I need to find more than my fair share of people that want to be on a ship, travel around the world, be away from their families for 7, 8, 9 months at a time, and be in complete service to random strangers every week and to love it.
Sounds like a great job.
But for those that love it, it is, and that's the key. I have to find them, I have to keep them happy, I have to keep them engaged.
Part of your management style is one of openness, one of constant communication. How does that impact, your management style, you feel, impact the employees in terms of being more productive?
Well, in my experience, everybody has an idea, maybe 2 or 3, and oftentimes they're buried under their desk. And so my job when I got there was to create an environment where we put those ideas on the table. And then we mix that up, and through that process, we'll come up with better decisions that take this company, or any other company for that matter, in the right direction. And that's exactly what we've done. So I've invited that level of involvement and input. I've tried to live it.
Ashford also chairs the Executive Leadership Council, which works on developing Black executives for C-suites and corporate boards.
How can we get more African Americans in the pipeline and taking those leadership positions in corporate America?
Yeah, so something that I'm pushing within ELC is getting the next generation of African Americans ready for what I'll call kind of this shifting dynamic in the way business is done. So with technology platforms, with social media, cybersecurity, and things like that, the dynamic around how business is done is shifting, and the way that value gets created is shifting, and we want to make sure that we get more than our fair share, or at least our fair share of that shift.
As young Black professionals look at their ascension in corporate America, when should they make the decision that they want to be the CEO, that they want that spot, and then take steps to get there? And then what are those steps?
Each job, when I got it in my head that I think I wanted to go for that next job, then I started thinking about what are the experience and the skills that I need. I was an adult well into my career, and I hired finance tutors. So I need help in order to prepare myself for where I want to be down the road. And so that's how I think about it. And so now I sit here as a brand president, a large organization, and so I can then think about, what the next step is for me and begin to prepare myself for that whenever that might be.
Well, Orlando, this has been a great discussion. And once again, congratulations for being one of the Black enterprise most powerful executives in corporate America.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And from one cruise ship to another, we hear from two successful CEOs on sailing through tough times.